Hi, this is Mrs. Gorski, and we are moving on, and I will be showing you within your project how to cite a website. All right, and in this example, I'm going to be showing you two different websites so that you can review it two times before you go out on your own. In this example, our project is still social media privacy. That's what my topic is. And so I'm going to go ahead and go into that. I'm ready to add my sources. And this is just their dashboard. My teacher is not asking me to add in my research question or the thesis, etc. So you do not need to do anything with this page. The next tab over is where we start adding our sources. And in the top right or top left, make sure that you are in the right folder. So yes, I'm still in my social media project, which is APA format. And so I'm ready to start with my first source. So I'm using a website. As you go across here, the best choice obviously is website. So you're going to click on that. Then it's asking you, are you sure? Are you sure it's not a blog from a website or an email listed on a website or some other options? Nope, I'm positive it is just a straight web page. So go ahead and click on web page again. Okay, that information pops in here. If need to change your mind, you can always do the drop downs. All right, so now I need to go to my web page, and this is where you're going to want to have both screens open. And it's asking for the URL for my first web page. And in this case, for my privacy project, one of the articles that I cited is this one from the New York Times with the article title, "Hi Alexa, how do I stop you from listening in on me?" So the URL is, of course, right here on the top. You are going to copy that and go back to your other tab and paste that in. Then it's asking for the date of the publication. So again, I have to go back and look. Do I see for sure it's from the New York Times? Here's the title. Doesn't list a date here, so I'm going to go down the page. And right next to the author, below the author's name, there is in fact a month, a date, and a year. So August 21st, 2019 is what I will be adding in. So here we go, August 21st. And 2019. Oops. All right. And then the next question is, what was the last day that you accessed this? When were you gathering your information? Was it last week? Was it yesterday? And the reason that they have the access date is because websites, as we know, change all the time. So if this is an article that was here today, but is no longer, maybe the New York Times doesn't, certainly the New York Times keeps a copy of everything, but there are sometimes that websites change. So you'll need to add that in. If it was today, the most recent date, you can pop that in. If it was, a few days ago that you were working on it, go ahead and change that. All right, so here's the next option. And it says, what is the contributor? The contributor is the person or people that wrote the article. In this case, it is an author. So you're going to put down an author. And again, I have to go back because I don't have that information memorized. And here is the author of the article, Brian X. Chen. So I'm going to go ahead and add that. There is no suffix of PhD or MD or anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and add. If there was more than one, I'm sorry, that was a mistake. I can leave it if there's more than one person, that's when I would hit the add the contributor. Okay. In this case, it's just the one person, so I'll take that out. All right. Description or format to be in brackets. None of these apply, so I'm going to move on from there. Next one, though, that is mandatory, is it the web page name, document, or article title? Okay, so in this case, we're going to name the article, and I can copy and paste that. So the article title is getting pasted in right here. All right. And in this case, when you, because it won't fix it for you, you do want to make sure that the article title is capitalized. And then it's saying, what is the website? So now I have to go back. And again, where did I get this article from? I got this article from the New York Times. So the name of the website is my teacher is not asking me to do any annotation. And so at this point, I can hit save. And it is saving in my first source. So it is right here, ready to go. Now I have a second source. So I'm going to add that second source. And going back to the beginning, new source. Yes, I know it's a website. Yes, it's a web page. And here is my article. This one is from Forbes magazine. Looks a little different. Right here, it's written up at the top, the date. Here's the article title, the author. It's all condensed right in the top. But know that sometimes you might have to scroll down, sometimes even at the very bottom, to find that information. So just keep that in mind. It won't always be this handy. Okay, so the first thing that I need to fill in, again, is the URL. So I'm going to go back and fill that in. And this was June 26th of 2020. And actually, this one, I'm going to pop in that I was working on it and I accessed it today. Next thing is who is the author, and it's this person, Peter. Double check the spelling, Suciu. And in that case, he is the author. And again, just a single person. If there was more than one, I would add another contributor. And the web page or the document article title. And here's the title of this one. And the next one is the name of the website. And we're going to put it in as Forbes.com. And again, I don't need any annotation. I'm at the bottom and I can go ahead and hit save. So now I have my two website sources, web page sources. If I was done at this point, I could go ahead and export it to Google Docs, and it will put them in alphabetical order for me. You can also merge this with your paper, which I'll cover in a different video. Okay, so there are my two articles. They populated the same way I entered them because it's based on the author's name, and Chen is before this one, before the other last name. I will continue with more videos that will be on the library webpage.